Arubi's going to go long. Well, Lesotho pulled one back, so maybe there is hope. South African fans are also Lesotho fans today. There's no doubt about that. Mudau. Just more enthusiasm. Disappointed faces out there. Moremi is on. There's no foul, but Arubi collects well. 40-year-old keeper just thwarting Moremi. New to the international scene is Moremi. Second match for his country today, the Orlando Pirates player. A couple of Zimbabwean subs ready to come on. This is how it looks like. Benin and South Africa, because Benin have not got a breakthrough either today. Could barely be closer between the top three. You can see what the goal would mean for South Africa. It would put them 2 points clear if it stays that way in other matches. It's the idea of getting nothing from this. A nightmare scenario. They don't want to concede. Bokazi. There's still plenty of time. Morena. Nearly threaded through to the sub. Moremi. All but one player back for Zimbabwe. That might be the difference between a World Cup spot and watching on the television from home. But a corner. Zimbabwe have 10, remember. Header on. It's from Mokoena. South African fans, maybe some fearing it's just not their day. Mudau comes out to Foster. Foster just hit the post. It's football in Burnley in the English Premier League. Just have to put his head down and keep working. So close. Just ushered out by Lunga. He looks far from 100%, but he's battling on. That was the shot off the post from Foster. Comes Makopa. Another corner, again defended by Zimbabwe. Back in, there's 6, 7 players in green and around the box. And Boule trying his luck, it's not going to come off. Boule on this right-hand side, put that cross in. It's going to go the way of Zimbabwe. This team have hit the post twice. One goal, so precious. If they can turn 1 point into 3, they will be the favourites to go through. Then in Nigeria to play each other in a crunch game at the end of this group. Matuludi come on. Changes. Antonio on for Zimbabwe. Musona on as well. Matulidi staying where he is. So it's Musini, Antonio. Changes coming thick and fast. Here is Antonio. Biliat off, Lunga off. We're down to 10 men. And 3 players on Musoni, Antonio, and the number 23, Jalai. Morena wants it back and wide. So close again. Player denied. And poor old Hugo Bros has his head in his hands. It was worked out, and again Mbule trying his luck from distance. And again, it's heartache for South Africa. If they are going to score, it's going to be very, very late. They've all come so close, the top 3, Moremi, Foster, Morena, Mokoena, defending to do. And the huge news is that Benin are 1-0 up, which suddenly puts South Africa in a tough predicament, because Benin are 1-0 up, Nigeria are leading, South Africa being held for the moment. So any favourite status that South Africa have had, well, that's gone. And Danny Jordan will know it. South Africa really need a late goal. Their 2 main rivals are leading. And those 3 lost points after an administrative error looking very, very costly. Fabish is coming on. Kamba, the captain, is the man making way. Well, there's a bit of a lull around the stadium. Perhaps some of the fans know what's going on elsewhere on the African continent. Marvellous Nakamba. Another change. Zimbabwe, from their point of view, they will feel their good value for the draw if they can get it. Remember, still a lot of work to do, but my word, they put in a good performance as well, Zimbabwe. Time for cool heads. Zimbabwe looking to deny their rivals, their neighbours, 3 precious points. Surely not a shot from 40 metres. That's exactly what we get, and it was actually a decent effort. I think it was a save from Williams. Musoni with a huge crack from distance. And my word, that was not far. Musoni for Zimbabwe. It really would have been heartbreak for South Africa. It's going to be a corner. Big question now, how many minutes to go? Been a few stoppages. Had 1 red card, that ate up a few minutes. A couple of injuries, but big question for Mustafa Gorbal is how many minutes? Africa defending to do. There's only 4 back. Bounced off a South African foot and just wide. My word, Zimbabwe very nearly causing a sensation. It was hit wide by Zamora. South Africa just losing a bit of concentration. It was blocked. It came to Zamora, and the shot not far. Drama at the end. Can South Africa nick a win? It would be so important for them. It's come out to Morena. Another save. And the 40-year-old Arubi is doing his country proud. Was worked wide to Mbule, and a crunching tackle from Zamora, who's done well on both ends of the pitch. Zamora, you have to say, 6 minutes to go. A little bit under. We've had 1 minute of the 6 already. Is this going to be finally the moment for South Africa? Great block again. Zimbabwe have really put their bodies on the line today. Here comes South Africa again. Morena. Mudal. Huge moments for South Africa. It's going to bounce over. Zimbabwe scrapped for everything. What a match we've had here. Drama, tension, but no goals. Morena. Busy figure of Morena again. Foster looking to get on the end of it. He can't. There's no foul. Mudal now forward. Puts it across. Cleared again. Good work from Fabish. Bokazi. Trouble Arubi. Hugo Bross's team have done everything but score. Hit the post twice, come close on a couple of other occasions, but Hugo Bross looks like a very frustrated coach and one that's not going to be getting 3 points. West African rivals of Nigeria and Benin look like they will be getting 3 points, and this is not pretty viewing for South Africa, who were well clear a few match days ago. But the last game is Benin against Nigeria, so there is still real hope for South Africa. Make no mistake, but it's not in their hands anymore. What a last day of action we're going to have. That table shows you the difference between 1 point and 3. Here comes Zimbabwe, blocked by Mudal. Zamora. There's still time for Bafana, but not with that kind of tackling. Brilliantly done. Zimbabwe, they're not here just to make up the numbers. They've thrown 4 men up. Bounce to one of them. That's a good tackle. South Africa turning defence into attack. Moremi denied. Getting to that now or never time. Nearly 4 minutes of the 6 played. Comes through again. Saved. Is there a South African body at the end of it? No. Huge drama held by Arubi. It's just not going in for South Africa today. Emotionless Hugo Bross. I thought it might have broken to Makoba, but no. Copper, the sub, couldn't get on the end of that one, and then Arubi holds on. Zimbabwe at the other end. Need to turn 1 point into 3 themselves. They give away the foul. Eating up a few seconds. This isn't going to help South Africa's cause. Yellow cards being shown to one player each. Certainly Maswanize's got one. Maswanize just tugging the shirt of Bokazi. time running out for Bafana Bafana. His time running out on their World Cup dream. Won't be over with a draw, but their task is going to be made much, much harder. And he goes to the Zimbabwe box. It's dealt with again, hanging on. A last cross maybe for South Africa. Maybe looking for some width. Knocked in by Morena. Just not coming to a green shirt. Will it this time? Great block. Calls for a penalty. They're not going to get one. Zimbabwe at the other end. Run, and it's getting a bit messy. Maswahisa has gone down. Maswahisa thought he was pushed. And there's a red card. It's a red for Bokazi. And South Africa are down to 10. It just gets worse and worse for Bafana Bafana. They came here looking for the 3 points. Well, very quickly it's gone off. It's 10 against 10. It's a wild finish to this match in Durban. But it's all over. South Africa have not found the breakthrough. They are on the floor. Frustration and some tears out there for South Africa, because Zimbabwe have come here and held on, and their World Cup dream is now really in danger. Hugo Bross and his side counting on results elsewhere now. Zimbabwe 0, South Africa 0, the final score. Real drama in Durban. Marshall Manetsi. Off he goes. Michael Meese looks like a happy coach, and why not? Zimbabwe have worked so hard. They went down to 10 men in the 64th minute when Musona saw red. But they kept their shape, kept their discipline. And this man, Hugo Bross, knows that his World Cup fate lies elsewhere. They can still go through in top spot, but they'll need results elsewhere to go their way. 0-0 between Zimbabwe and South Africa. The view from the skies, it's going to be a sad evening for South African fans. Bafana Bafana, they threw everything at Zimbabwe. They hit the post a couple of times, they came close, but all credit to Zimbabwe. Player sent off for each side, and all that means that now South Africa, if they can win their last game, they can still win the group, but they're likely to depend on other results going their way. Nigeria are leading, Benin leading, but that game's not over yet. 0-0, goalless in Durban. A busy night for Mustafa Gorbal, sent off a player from each side. Not an easy game to take charge of at all. That was the late incident where Bokazi was sent off for that push. Down went Maswahisa. That's a red card. Perhaps more significantly, right at the end, South Africa just peppering that Zimbabwe goal. Could not get the breakthrough. Was that a handball? Judge that one for yourself. Like it might have gone into the midriff, rather, of Jiandae. 0-0 it finished. Well, this is the group as it stands. South Africa on 15 points. Real frustration for them. But it's all going to go down to the last day. South Africa will play Rwanda. Benin against Nigeria. Real... Hope you've enjoyed the